Joss Whedon, two words which for fans have come to be synonymous with the kind of quality entertainment that mixes quirky characters, witty wordplay and fresh takes on otherwise static genres. He's the man behind the likes of Buffy, Angel and of course the endlessly effervescent Firefly. And come April, you'll soon all be fans too. That's because The Avengers is finally hitting screens, bringing a massed army of Marvel superheroes together for one big budget bow. But if you really want to be cool and get on the Whedon fan train before everyone else jumps on the bandwagon, you should check out The Cabin in the Woods.
Hello? I'm thinking this thing doesn't take credit cards.
Sign says closed.
We're looking for, what's it called?
Tillerman Road.
To get you there, getting back. That's your concern.
With a script by Whedon, the film is directed by Drew Goddard, who scripted Cloverfield and has penned episodes of Buffy, Angel, Alias and Lost. It's a fine pedigree and it just gets better when you dig into the concept. The Cabin in the Woods is about the titular isolated destination where five friends head to for a holiday. Generically enough, they get more than they bargained for.
The lambs have passed through the gate. They are come to the killing floor.
Let's get this party started!
I seriously believe something weird is going on.
But Whedon and Goddard have said that the film is a reaction to the dumbing down of regular horror offerings, of movies designed as cinematic abattoirs for the dense. They want to make an altogether smarter movie featuring characters that plan on surviving rather than becoming chainsaw fodder. We couldn't be more excited about the promise of more Whedon-tinged work in cinemas, and that anticipation has been building for quite some time. We first heard rumours of a release in early 2010, then early 2011, then nothing. Cabin was unfortunately completed just before parent company MGM folded, with the movie being sold off when new management arrived. Happily, Lionsgate acquired the rights to the film before it disappeared into the vaults forever, and now, more than 3 years on from principal photography, The Cabin in the Woods is almost ready for its big screen bow. Remarkably enough, young star Chris Hemsworth hadn't even been cast in Thor when the film shot, and he'll no doubt be front and centre in the promotional material, regardless of his role in the final product. He's joined by Dollhouse alumni Fran Kranz and Amy Acker, as well as the ever-awesome Richard Jenkins, no doubt in some kind of nefarious role. Best yet, The Cabin in the Woods will be coming to theatres with an R rating for strong, bloody, horror, violence and gore, language, drug use and some sexuality nudity. So all the good stuff. The Cabin in the Woods is in theatres from the 13th of April. Hello and welcome to Click TV with Omniplex Cinemas. This week we're getting ready for Battleship. Before you ask, yes, this is a $200 million blockbuster based around the board game, where you call out grid locations to try to sink hidden battleships. But wait! The toy company Hasbro has had real success bringing their Transformers movies to screens, and one of those was kinda good. Okay, so it might not be the finest pedigree, but Battleship does have a few things going for it, apart from a glossy look and some awesome action scenes. It's got Peter Berg in the director's chair, the man who brought us Friday Night Lights and Hancock, but in the Click offices he'll always be remembered for the just plain fantastic The Rundown, which arrived in 2003 before disappearing into obscurity. Essentially traps a bunch of battleships. Fun fact, the US Navy doesn't use them anymore, in a massive bubble with some alien enemies, and forces them to take each other on without any advanced sensory equipment. The lead role goes to Taylor Kitsch, who's also appearing in John Carter just the week before and will likely be a household name before the year is out. You'll also find pop person Rihanna making her acting debut. We caught a couple of scenes of Battleship late last year, and it's looking like an action-packed and surprisingly comedic slice of entertainment. Catch it in cinemas from the 11th of April.
What are your orders? We're going in.
episode, be sure to check out omniplex.ie for all the latest episodes of Click TV and to book your cinema tickets online. Enjoy the movie. Hi there and welcome along to Click TV. Today we're going to be taking a look at what is sure to be one of the biggest games of the year, EA's Mass Effect 3. Developed by BioWare, Mass Effect 3 is the final part of a trilogy almost a decade in the making, and it wraps up the story of Commander Shepard in his fight against the Reapers.
Unclear. Did not copy. Say again, Foxhound 4. Over. We have no reading. Can you confirm? Negative. We're seeing something. Over. Foxhound 4, do you have visual?
This is easily the most accessible Mass Effect title to date, which is something that BioWare have been striving for as the series has progressed. Purists might see it as a watering down of the game's intricacies, but the truth is that it streamlines the game flawlessly, making for a faster, more efficient, and ultimately more rewarding gameplay experience. While we've often been wary of big name, big bucks sequels, particularly trilogy closers, Mass Effect 3 is everything it sets out to be and then some. Those of you who have been waiting for the final outcome of the story will not be disappointed, as the writing, voice acting, direction and story execution are simply flawless. Is out now and is a must-have for gamers everywhere. Hello and welcome to Click TV with Omniplex Cinemas. This week we're talking about action-adventure The Hunger Games.
Welcome, welcome. The time has come to select one courageous young man and woman for the honor of representing District 12 in the 74th Annual Hunger Games.
Those of you who still read books may be aware that the new film is based on the first in the trilogy by author Suzanne Collins, first published in 2008. The basic story concerns an impoverished future Earth which is split into 12 districts, and once a year one girl and one boy are chosen from each district to take part in the Hunger Games.
I volunteer as tribute! Our tributes, Peter Malark and Katniss Everdeen.
24 kids enter, but only one can emerge victorious, with the whole event televised for the world of Panem to see. Our hero, Katniss, volunteers for the games when her little sister is chosen and is forced to travel to the capital, where she'll face more dangers than just the other contenders in the arena. She's played by Jennifer Lawrence, who impressed us all so much in 2010's Winter's Bone, and might finally be able to recapture that success here. She's joined by Liam Hemsworth as Gale, John Hutcherson as Peeta, and Woody Harrelson as Haymitch, in a film directed by Gary Ross and written by Suzanne Collins herself.
This is the time to show them everything. Make sure they remember you.
We're just finishing up reading the trilogy at the moment, and if they stick closely to the books, The Hunger Games looks like it'll be a surprisingly gritty adventure tale, with plenty of dark material, action, and a great leading lady in Lawrence. See it in cinemas from the 23rd of March. Enjoyed this episode, be sure to check out omniplex.ie for all the latest episodes of Click TV and to book your cinema tickets online. Enjoy the movie.
Hey, it's Mark Wahlberg. Welcome to Click TV.
Welcome to Click TV. We're here on the red carpet for the Jameson Dublin International Film Festival for the Irish premiere of Contraband, where we got talking to Mark Wahlberg. You're producing and acting in Contraband. Which do you prefer, and what's it like juggling the two roles?
You know, producing allows me to spend more time at home with my wife and my kids. But I love acting, and I love producing movies that I'm acting in, because obviously it leaves me with the most control creatively.
And what's next in the production line?
I just finished producing a movie that I also starred in with Russell Crowe and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Come out next year. We're very excited about that. A bunch of stuff that we're developing. Cool. And a bunch of TV shows in the works.
And will there ever be an Entourage movie?
There will be, sooner rather than later, if I have anything to say about it.
And what role do you most regret turning down?
You know what? There aren't many roles that I was like really upset that I passed on. I've dodged a couple bullets, actually. I've been very lucky that way.
And what character did you play that you preferred out of any other character that you ever played in
Irish Mickey Ward.
Yeah?
Yeah,
okay,
for
cool.
sure.
Well, there you have it. Producer, actor, and ex-Calvin Klein model Mark Wahlberg. We'll see you next time on Click TV.
It's a very exciting time really for the compact camera market. The main reason being is that we're launching cameras like this, which is our new G1X.
Lovely.
Now, we've never actually had a camera like this in our range before, and the whole idea of this camera is to give you SLR style image quality in a compact body, which is what a lot of people are striving for and a lot of people are asking for now. So the sensor inside here is pretty much the same as our 600D SLR. So SLR style sensor inside here, but in a much more compact form. So if you don't want to carry your SLR around, if you don't want to attract attention to yourself with your big lenses and this kind of thing, you could have a camera like this, which will give you very, very similar image quality.
Brilliant.
So it's a very, very exciting camera actually to have in our range. And this sits obviously right at the top of our compact camera range.
Brilliant. And what camera do you own yourself?
Once again, I'm very lucky because I get the opportunity to use all these different cameras and try them out. I have to say, I'm a really, really big fan of this camera. I've always been a big fan of the G series cameras, which have evolved over the years, and always been, always really enjoyed those. But this camera for me is just so exciting. It really, really is. Wi-Fi is a new thing for Canon at the moment. We used to actually have a Wi-Fi camera many years ago, but we've brought it back now and we've changed the way that it works. Wi-Fi is going to be fantastic for people with smartphones and things like this. The reason being is that you can shoot on the camera and then instantly to send your photos to your smartphone and then straight off to Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. It's all about making the cameras easy to use for sharing your images online and with your friends. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photo of this camera here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wirelessly send it to the other camera that we've got in front of me here. So if I go to review the image, click on the Wi-Fi here, I select camera to camera mode, which is here, and I'm going to select test silver. So I've already registered the other camera as being test silver. So now if I switch this camera on, I go to review the images, and I click on that there, and I connect to it test black. So if I click on, if I click on that there, it's connecting to target camera. So if you look at these two cameras, they should actually talk to each other. Here we go. Okay, so you can see that's actually a photo I took earlier, and this on the black camera there is the one I've just taken. So now if I put that one down there, if I say select and send, I click on that there, I select that image there, click OK, and then send. So if we look at this, send. So it's now sending the image from this camera to this camera. So this is done through the Wi-Fi network. And there you go. We've now got the same image on both cameras.
Now, this is a prototype. Tell me about it.
Yes, this is our D20, and this is actually just a mock-up, so this hasn't even got function buttons on it. But the idea of this is to give you the look of it, the size and the shape of it. Now, this is our kind of extreme sport camera, and the idea of this is that if you've got cold hands or if you're wearing gloves and this kind of thing, you'll find this camera incredibly easy to use because it's got such big buttons on it. It's freeze-proof down to -10. It'll go 10 metres underwater. It's drop-proof up to 1.5 metres. So it's a camera that's designed for those rugged, tough environments. Now this camera will actually do full high-definition movies as well. So if you're doing your mountain biking or whatever, you can get full high-definition movies with that. Also, it's got a GPS with a logger on it as well. So once again, if you say mountain biking, if you can switch the logger on, do a route. And then when you get home, you can actually log that information onto your computer and it'll show you what route you took, and then at what point you took photos. So it's an incredibly clever camera and great for those sort of adventure sports market.
And it looks really slick too. Waterproof, shockproof.
Drop-proof, yeah. We actually make a range of accessories for it as well. You actually get a 40-metre, you can buy a 40-metre underwater case for it as well to go even deeper if you want. Okay. We do like a silicone jacket for it to protect it if you're rock climbing and this kind of thing as well. There's also carabiner straps as well, so you can hook it to yourself. So we've really thought about what someone who does adventure sports would want and put it all together in this camera.